Welcome. Today we will do a yin yoga sequence that is designed to release tension and tightness through the back. Today I will be taking you through 8 different yin yoga poses, and we will hold each pose for between 1 and 5 minutes. Altogether, it will take about 35 minutes to go through these yin yoga poses. We will also do a breath awareness practice at the beginning of our practice that will go for a couple of minutes, and a short 5-minute meditation in Shavasana at the end of our practice. Props you might consider for today's practice are a yoga bolster and some blocks. If you do not have a yoga bolster, please watch my video on how to DIY your own yoga bolster. And when you're ready, let's begin. Starting today's practice, sitting on your yoga mat. Legs can be crossed or in lotus pose. Eyes are closed down. Let's begin by taking a nice deep inhale through the nose, and then a gentle pause, and then I'm going to get you to inhale again, filling up the lungs a little bit more, and then a nice long slow exhalation through the mouth. Doing this breath again, breathing in, gentle pause, and then breathing in again, really filling up the lungs, long slow exhalation through the mouth. Two more of these. Deep breath in, pause, breathing in again, really filling up, exhale through the mouth, long slow exhale. Last one. Deep breath in, pause, breathing in again, really filling up, long slow exhale, and just allowing the breath to return to normal. Throughout today's practice, breathing in and out through your nose, and seeing if we can lengthen our breath and slow it down. This will help to calm and settle your nervous system. The first pose we'll come in today is Dangling Pose. Stand with your feet hips width apart. Bend your knees, or you can keep your legs straight if you have the flexibility, whichever is more comfortable for you. And we're going to gently fold forward. Clasp the elbows with the opposite hands. We're going to stay in this pose for 1 minute. You'll hear the ring of a gentle bell when we're going to transition to our next pose. Dangling pose affects the kidney, bladder, spleen, and stomach meridians. We're also affecting the root, sacral, solar plexus, and third eye chakras. This posture is wonderful to decompress the spine and the shoulders. It also stretches the lower spine. Remembering to take long, slow, deep breaths. Transitioning now into our squat pose. Bend the knees and slowly lower the buttocks towards the ground. Bring your hands in front of you on the floor. Your heels may be up off the ground, this is fine. See if you can find some comfort here. We'll stay here for just 1 minute. You'll hear a gentle bell when we're going to transition out of this pose. The meridian lines that are affected in this pose are bladder, kidney, and liver meridians. We're also affecting the root and sacral chakras. This beautiful pose stretches the hips, lengthens and releases the lower back, and strengthens the ankles. Taking nice, slow, deep breaths in and out through the nose. Remaining here for another 10 seconds. Well done. We're going to come back into our dangling pose now. So just gently raising the hips, keeping the feet hips width apart, holding on to opposite elbows. Let the head and the neck relax. 1 minute here, breathing deeply. If you find this pose uncomfortable, you can use a chair or wall for support. If you're more flexible, you can hold the wrists behind the legs. Another nice variation is to rest your forearms on top of your thighs. Long, slow, deep breaths. "15 seconds remaining in this pose, and when you hear the bell, we'll simply transition back into our squat. Well done. When you're ready, bringing the buttocks down towards the ground, knees are bent, hands on the floor in front of you. As we return to our squat, 1 minute here. A nice option you can try with this pose is to keep your feet together and bring the knees wide apart. You can wrap your arms around your shins and bring them behind you. Letting the awareness rest on the feeling and the sensation of your breath. Next, we will transition into our butterfly pose. So come into a seated position. Bring the soles of the feet together. For butterfly pose in a yin yoga practice, we can slide the feet away to create a larger diamond shape, as this will be more comfortable. When you're ready, gently folding forward, you can bring your head towards your feet. Allow your spine to round. You can rest your hands on your feet or on the floor in front of you. Taking 5 minutes here. Some nice variations of this pose. You can place a bolster under the knees. Or you can rest the chest on a bolster that's positioned across the thighs. If your knees are up very high, you could place some blocks underneath the thighs or the knees for support. In yin yoga, we're looking to find our edge. So you want to go to a point where you're feeling a stretch, a good stretch. but we don't want to experience pain or discomfort. If we do, then we've gone too far and we need to pull back a little. Because we're holding our poses for an extended length of time, it's important to find comfort. Once you've found a nice comfortable place, the eyes can be closed down and we focus on our breath. The feeling of the inhale. See if you can notice the temperature of the inhale as the air enters in through the nose, seeing if it's cold or warm. And then as you're exhaling, seeing if the temperature again is cold or warm, if the air maybe warmed up while it was inside your body. A nice deep focus on our breath can help to bring our awareness back into the present moment, giving our mind a break from that constant stream of thoughts. So dedicating a little bit of time while you're here today in your yin yoga poses to releasing thoughts. Give your brain and your mind a break. Focus on your breath. Reconnecting with yourself. You might be able to feel the rise and fall of your back as you breathe in this pose. One minute remaining. Focusing on the feeling of your breath and any feelings or sensations in your body. Making sure that if there is any tingling or any pain, that you adjust your pose. And finding comfort and ease. Well done. When you're ready, inhale to slowly rise as we transition into our half butterfly. Keeping one foot drawn in towards you, stretch your other leg out straight and slightly to the side. Again, coming only to where is comfortable. You can fold forward, allow your back to round, or you can fold over the straight leg. There will be two different types of stretches here. Go with what feels most comfortable for you. We'll spend 3 minutes here. Returning the awareness to the breath once again. Feeling the rise and fall of chest or belly. Letting go of thinking or planning or remembering. And bringing the awareness into the present moment. You may be able to notice sounds around you, the feeling of your yoga mat or the carpet underneath you. Long, slow inhales and long, slow exhales. Well done. Coming into the same posture on the other side now. Slow, gentle transitions. So bending the leg that was straight, bringing it in towards you, and extending the other leg out. Folding forward or to the side, whichever feels best for you. Let the back round. Find comfort and ease. 3 minutes here. Our half butterfly affects our kidney meridian, bladder meridian, and liver meridian. If you don't know what meridians are, they're a part of Chinese medicine. They're little highways of energy, and it's said that yin yoga affects these little highways of energy in the body. This pose also affects our root chakra, sacral chakra, and our solar plexus. Breathing deeply. Letting go of thoughts. Feeling sensations in the body. Sometimes they'll be good, sometimes they'll be uncomfortable. See if you can be with what arises. Well done. We'll transition into our caterpillar pose now. Gently coming to sit up and slowly extending both legs out in front. And we'll slowly fold forward over the legs. For the less flexible, your hands will be flat on the floor, your arms will be extended. It's good to have the knees bent in this pose. For those that are more flexible, you might be able to come down a little bit further. Forearms might rest on the floor. You may be able to hold the backs of the feet. You may also use a bolster placed lengthways on the legs. And for those that are really flexible, you might be able to part your legs and let your chest rest down in between your legs. So finding your comfort. We'll spend 5 minutes here. Let the mind relax. Know that you're in the right place. Offer some gratitude to your body. Offer some gratitude to yourself for taking the time out of your day to create health and wellness in your body and your mind. This yoga pose affects the kidney meridian lines and the bladder meridian. We're affecting the root chakra and the sacral chakra. Caterpillar pose is wonderful for the legs. It stretches the front and the back of the legs. It stretches the muscles and the ligaments around the spine and the lower back. This pose also aids digestion by compressing the digestive organs, and it can help to relieve trapped gas. Breathing deeply here. Holding our poses for a longer period of time can be challenging for both the mind and the body. Relaxing your head and your neck. Let your jaw be relaxed. Relaxing the shoulders. Returning the awareness to the breath. Breathing deeply. In and out through the nose. done. Take an inhale to slowly rise, and we'll just do some windscreen wipers with our legs to release any tension that's been created through the legs and the hips. The next pose we'll come into is our deer pose. This pose has a couple of options. So we'll begin by sitting in our butterfly pose. Bring your right leg behind you. The right foot will come behind the right hip. You can position your left leg in front of you and see if you can move your foot away from you. You may even be able to make a right angle with that front leg. For some of you, this stretch will be enough right here. If you feel like you can go further, we're going to twist. So bring a bolster beside your body. Place the bolster down lengthways beside your left hip. And then you're going to twist, rotate, and bring your chest down onto the bolster. Such a beautiful stretch through the back here. We'll spend 2 minutes on this side of our deer pose. Breathing deeply, consciously relaxing through the hips and the back. Shoulders are relaxed. The meridian lines affected in this pose are the stomach and the bladder. Chakras affected are the root and sacral chakra. This pose externally and internally rotates the hips. It will increase hip mobility, and with our twist it also improves digestion and helps to relieve gas. Inhale to slowly rise, and we'll come into the same pose on the other side. Gently lean back and bring that back foot forward, and we'll simply switch over. Left foot comes behind the left hip, right leg is bent in front. Staying here if that's enough for you, or if you can, coming into our twist. Bolster is beside the right hip, and we can twist and fold down, staying here for 2 minutes. Deep breaths. Long, slow inhalations, long, slow exhalations. This slow rhythm of breathing really helps to calm and center the nervous system. Our bodies are always looking for signs of what's happening in our environment, whether we're safe or in danger. A slow rhythm of breath lets our brain and our nervous system know that we are safe and it can relax and feel calm. One minute remaining. Well done. Inhale to slowly rise. Again, leaning back to bring that back foot forward. And we'll do some windshield wipers again to release gently through the hips. If you're feeling any cramping, you can just bring your legs out in front, give them a shake. Our second last pose that we'll come into is our seal pose. Gently come to lay down on your belly. Tops of the feet are on the floor. Palms of the hands are flat on the floor beside the chest. Elbows are bent. Take a nice inhale and press into the hands, extending through the arms. If this is too big a stretch for you, you can stay down on your forearms, which is our Sphinx pose. Otherwise, you're up here with me, arms are extended. Spreading the legs apart can really deepen the sensations in the lower back, so you might want to play around and see what feels good for you here. We'll stay in this pose for 3 minutes. You can also place a folded blanket underneath the hip points or the pubic bone for more comfort. Relax the shoulders down the back. See if you can relax through the back and the buttocks. Breathing deeply, long, slow inhalations through the nose and long, slow exhalations through the nose or the mouth. When we breathe in through the nose, it filters the air, so it's quite important to breathe in through the nose. And then breathing out can be either through the nose or the mouth. 1 minute remaining here. Well done. We're going to transition onto our backs now for a nice supine twist. So as gracefully as you can, coming to lay down on your back. Bring your knees in towards your chest, give them a hug, and then open the arms out to the side like wings. Drop the knees over to one side, and we're going to look towards the opposite hand. If your knees don't make it down to the ground, you can place a bolster underneath them. You might be able to shuffle a little bit to get both shoulder blades onto the ground, finding where you're comfortable, but seeing if we can still get a good stretch. And we'll stay here for 3 minutes. If you feel any tingling in your arms or your hands, you can move them lower. It's important not to tolerate tingling because it can be a sign that a nerve is being compressed, and we don't want to do that. So if you're feeling any tingling, you can move your arms lower. If you can't get rid of the tingling, I would suggest skipping the pose. A nice variation, if you're quite comfortable here, is to extend one or both legs. If you've still got your knees bent, you can also try directing the knees lower or higher, and you'll feel a different stretch through the spine. And wherever your back is needing a stretch, you'll feel that beautiful stretch as you move your knees. The meridian lines we're affecting in this yoga pose is the kidney meridian, bladder, stomach, and gallbladder meridians. Chakras are the root chakra and the sacral chakra. Taking nice deep breaths, relaxing through the hips and the shoulders. Well done. When you're ready, we'll take an inhale. Gently bring the knees back to center. Drop them over to the other side, and we'll gaze towards the other hand, so the opposite side to where your knees are. Once you're comfortable, 3 minutes here, taking deep breaths. If you're feeling it, you can extend one or both legs. See how that feels for you. Or direct the knees lower, higher. See what feels good. Moving the hands and the arms down if there's any tingling. And breathing deeply, relaxing through the stomach muscles. Well done. Take an inhale, bring the knees in towards the chest, give them a hug. And we'll come into our final pose, Shavasana pose, for a very short body scan, deep relaxation practice. Extend the legs out, arms come down by the sides, palms are facing up towards the ceiling. Let your fingers relax and curl. As we take our slow deep breaths, we relax the feet and the toes, the calves, the knees and the thighs, the hips and the buttocks. Relax the pelvis and the abdomen, the chest, the shoulders, the arms and the hands. Relaxing your face, deeply relax the muscles around the eyes. Relax your jaw and relax your forehead. Relax the entire body. Let your entire body feel heavy and relaxed. Well done. Take an inhale, draw the knees in towards the chest, rolling over onto the right side of the body, and slowly coming to sit up. Thank yourself for taking time out of your day to nourish your body and your mind. Until next time, namaste.